background information. I'm in the United States, and it's easy to assume everybody in the United States is rich. And I was not born rich. There were 6 of us, 4 kids and my parents, and we lived in a small house, no shower. We had a bathtub. I did not get a shower until I was in high school. My father was born in 1904, and he stopped going to school when he was 8 years old, and he worked in a factory all his life. And I never had new clothes. We always bought our clothes at secondhand stores. So I grew up poor, and I hated being poor, and I just decided I was not going to stay poor. My mother, back then in the 1950s and 1960s when I was young, doctors were held in very high esteem in our community. And my mother, her dream was to become a priest, because back then every Catholic family had to have a son or daughter become a priest or a nun. I was the oldest son, and it became clear that she did not think of me as priest material, and therefore the second best choice was to become a doctor. That was the second most honorable or prestigious thing that she could have for a son. So she decided that she wanted me to become an eye surgeon. And I don't know why she picked eye surgeon, but that's what she picked. So all my life I grew up thinking I got to become an eye surgeon because it's the honorable thing to do. If my parents want me to do that, that's what I have to do. So I went ahead and I did everything I could to become an eye surgeon. And among the different medical specialties, eye surgery, ophthalmology, is one of the most difficult to get in. It's in part because you relatively few hours as an ophthalmologist in private practice, and you can make an incredible amount of money. So a lot of doctors in medical school want to get into eye surgery residencies. They're hard to get in. And I was fortunate and I got in. But all of the time that I was in Chicago was the home of the Chicago Board of Trade and the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So commodity futures, bond futures, and the stock index futures market was there. All the time when I was in Chicago, I just kept feeling like I'm in the wrong place. I should be in the business school, or I should be downtown Chicago, trading in the pit. That's what I really want to do. I don't want to be cutting on eyeballs. I don't want to be seeing a bunch of patients. I want to be a trader. And I just so much wanted to do that. And I was afraid. I was afraid of disappointing my family. And also, here I was on a path that would make me have a very good lifestyle in the United States. I'd make a lot of money as an eye surgeon, and I was afraid to give it up. Anyway, I did it for a number of years. I was a young guy. I was very aggressive. I built up a very big practice. I had 17. I was maybe 34 years old with 17 employees, which is, it's really pretty remarkable. I built a surgical center. I got it approved by the United States government, Medicare. And so I had a big operation going, and I was making an incredible amount of money. I was making over $1 million a year back in the 80s. That's take-home pay. And that is a lot of money. Fortunately, I was able to save a lot of money. And I decided that I really should not be doing this. I got one life, and as much as I want to be honorable and do what my mother wants me to do, I have one doing. Nobody knew what the price was, which was crazy. And at the end of the day, they came up with a final price. The stock market was down about 25%. Had I held on to my position, I would have made $400,000 on that one day. And in today's dollars, that would be over $1 million in a single day of trading. And I decided, maybe I can do this. And I decided to become a trader.